Hi, in this video, I am going to show you an overview of the WordPress dashboard. So when you first log into your WordPress website, you'll see something similar to this, which is the dashboard. And we'll just start in the top left corner and work our way through it. So as you'll see in the very top left corner, you have a link to the WordPress logo that'll link you to the WordPress site and some information about the organization. Next up, you have your website's name, and if you hover over that, you'll be able to click on your live site. If you click on Visit Site, it'll take you to view the live site, which is called the front end of your website. Next to that, you have your updates, which you can access from here or also here under the dashboard link on your site. And it's important to keep the software on your website updated periodically. So keep an eye on that number there. And as it's greater than 0, check for your updates and see if it's time to make any updates. Next up, you'll have comments, especially if you have a blog. People will leave comments on your site, so this will notify you if you have new comments to check. New is a quick access way of creating a new post or new page or adding a new item to the media library, such as an image or a video or whatnot. And if you have any plugins installed, you also might have links here for plugins. For example, we have a link here to the Yoast SEO plugin and a link to the WP Forms plugin as well. The left sidebar is where you'll spend most of your time in the dashboard, navigating through to find information that you're looking for. You'll see you can find your posts and your pages here. And if you were to click on one of those, it would take you to a page that looks like this. This is a list of all of our pages that are on this little staging site here. And if you wanted to make any edits to a certain page, all you would do is hover over the name of the page and click on edit. And that will take you to that page so you can make the changes. Media takes you to the media library, and that's a way to, like I said, add images or any kind of a file like a PDF or a video file. And if you click on library, that shows you the list of all of the items in your media library. Comments are another link here. In addition to this one, it's a way to view any comments that are left on your site. And then some plugins will add links into the sidebar also. So WP Forms is a forms plugin that we're using. And so you can click here to view all the forms that are built on the site. If you want to view the entry submissions, you can click on entries, and then you would just choose which form you wanted to look at to view the entries. Appearance is used a good amount as well. If you hover over appearance, you can view the themes that are on your site, and you can add themes there and delete themes if you want to. You can also hover over appearance and click on customize, which will take you to a page that looks like this. This will be different depending on which theme you have installed, but this is a place to kind of set up your site, especially when you're first starting a site or first taking a site over. You'll want to use this to make changes to the layout, how the layout should look, to the colors. You can create your typography, choose your fonts and your font sizes. Set up your menus and whatnot. If you know CSS, if you want to add any code to the site, you can also add CSS through here to make design changes to your site as well. Also under appearance, you can access widgets. Widgets are specialized areas within the site. They can be in different locations depending on your theme, but you would access them by hovering over appearance and clicking on widgets. And menus, this is also where you will create your navigation menu on the site. So as you're looking at a website and you see the navigation menu at the top, which usually has like a home page, about page, contact us, that type of thing. This is the menu right here. And so to edit that and edit what pages are linked to in the navigation menu, you would hover over appearance and click on menus. Plugins is next. A plugin is a code snippet that adds certain functionality onto your site. So for example, I added WP Forms to this site. That's a plugin that adds contact forms to the site. I also added Yoast SEO, which is a plugin that helps improve the SEO setup on the site. So I can add keywords and add meta descriptions and whatnot. So plugins are one of the really popular tools about WordPress. It's one of the big reasons to use WordPress is because you can add that type of functionality onto a site. So you can always click on here and view what plugins you have installed. And you can also click on add new to go search the repository and add new plugins. Up next is users. If you hire an employee to work on a website or hire a web developer or someone else you want to make edits to your website, Or if you hire a writer who's going to be adding blog articles or whatnot, you would go to users and click on add new to add a new user onto the site. And when you're in there, there are various levels of permission depending on what type of role they have, so you can choose how much access they should have to the site. Tools gives you a few tools to work on the site. One good one to look at periodically is the site health. That'll show you if there's any issues in the site that you should be aware of to help improve the performance. Settings are really kind of set up when you first start a site, and typically once the site's been live for a while, you don't typically change these, but it's good to review periodically, just make sure everything's set up correctly. You have your general settings, you have writing, reading, which is how people will view the front end, discussion if you have any comments or forums in the site. Media sets defaults for image size as you upload images, and you can have defaults for what they call thumbnail, medium, or large size images. So for example, you could make all medium images on the website the same size by setting the settings in the media link here. Permalinks are those links on the URL of the website when you're on a page after the main URL. So for example, if you're on an about page, the permalink here is about. Or if you're on a contact page, the permalink is probably just contact. So this is a way, if you go into the settings, there are options to change the permalinks to be things besides the name of the page, but I strongly suggest you just keep it as the name of the page or the post. Privacy is a way to tell WordPress what page is the privacy page in the site, and make sure that's set up with the Google and the search engines to be able to find it easily. And then anti-spam is obviously it's the anti-spam opportunity we have with a plugin on this site. So those are the settings. Yoast SEO, like I mentioned, is a plugin that we added. Helps improve the SEO on the site. You can go through and put a keyword on each page and a meta description and whatnot. Tighten Anti-Spam is another plugin I use, which helps prevent spam on the sites, and especially in the contact forms and whatnot. And lastly, we have MetaSlider, which is another plugin I installed, which adds slideshows throughout the site. A few more things in the top right corner here. If you hover over your name, you can click on Edit Profile, and you can edit your information there. You can change your email address or any of your information. Your password also would be changed under Edit Profile. You can click on Screen Options, and that dictates what you will see here in the main part of the dashboard. As you'll see, I've hidden a lot of the information here. They have things like at a glance, which kind of shows you, what version of WordPress you're running, what your theme is, how many pages you have. They show you activity. If you have any blog posts, they'll show you the recent posts or recent pages or recent comments or whatnot. You can also see like WordPress events and news if you're interested in seeing any kind of upcoming meetups or whatnot. That information is there as well. I don't typically utilize that, so I usually keep those hidden. But you can click on that screen options and you can dictate what you want to see on your dashboard. All right, so that's just a real quick overview of the WordPress dashboard. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and you can learn more WordPress tips and tricks on devidime.com. Thank you. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. You can find more videos and articles on our website, devidime.com. And feel free to join us on social media. You can find @devidime on Facebook and Twitter. Also, if you did find this video helpful, I would love for you to let me know on Twitter. Just tweet me your feedback with the hashtag WordPress video tutorial. Thanks.